Welcome back to the horrors of Sonic Heroes, the final fortress.
Gulp.
I have a fear of heights.
Oh, well, this is the perfect stage for you.
Yeah, when I was in Melbourne, there's a building that's supposed to be like the tallest residential building in the world, I think. It goes up to like the 86th floor or something like that. And it didn't really bother me too much, but because I couldn't, it's not like you could see over the edge, but it was just like, just thinking about it now really freaks me out. I went back to our Airbnb, and that night I just kept on not really dreaming because I just wasn't getting much sleep anyway. Kept imagining falling off the freaking thing and just like falling to my death. And I have like so many things where. And I started I've been watching How I Met Your Mother recently.
What the?
And there's episodes where they fall, where they're like on the edge of a building. And just the idea of that has recently started freaking me out. Like, I used to watch that stuff fine, now I can't watch it without being like, oh god, what if they fall off or something? And just...
Yeah, I definitely have like a sense of like a fear of heights and or vertigo. I'm not sure which exactly it is. But I definitely like get queasy when like I go up to like a second story of a building that has like a railing or something.
Yeah.
And if I get too close to the railing, for some reason I just feel like I'll start to like fall over the railing.
Yeah.
If I get too close to it.
Yeah, I get that.
I at the Bend Motorsport Park in South Australia, there's places that you can see the track from, and you got to go upstairs to get to them. And on the first floor, it's got railing that's of a decent height. And then the next one up, it's not of quite a decent height. So I'm just like, I just do not want to be near the edge. So I'm kind of like a meter away from the railing, holding the railing. I just can't be that close to the edge because it's just gonna, like, I'm pretty sure if I fell from the third floor that I'd break my legs.
I went up the Eiffel Tower. And it's pretty tall.
Yeah.
It's extremely tall, in fact. It was really funny. There was, you could tell who was afraid of heights and who wasn't, because there were people who refused to go near the edge.
Yeah.
And see, the gates, they're not something you can jump over. They're like twice the size or the height of like a person, maybe even 3 times.
Yeah.
Like like you're basically in a big cage in a sense. Like you're not gonna fall.
Yeah.
But I get that people still get the feeling. I try to kind of push through my fear of heights, because everyone's got a mild fear.
Yeah.
But I'm able to.
I mean, yeah, like, you know, I have like that mild weird feeling about heights, but usually when I get those feelings is while I'm in the middle of something that I have to do. Like when I'm working in some warehouses and I have to go up to like the second floor, like fucking walkways, that shit sucks, but I have to go do it. Or like if I'm in the mall and it's like, well, this store I need to go to is on the second floor, I just gotta like, okay, I'll deal with it.
The shopping centre that I go to that's got multiple stories, it's not that big a deal. So I think it's part of it is, and this is one that we've all been to, where part of it is the ground floor, and then the other part is just the first floor. Like it doesn't actually have a second story or something, because part of it's sort of uphill, and the other part you can actually enter one of the shops from the ground floor and get through to the other shops. But that one I don't mind. I think the railing is actually of a good height as well, so I don't mind it so much. I think it's when it looks like it's a big fall, like it's going to be a big fall, that I don't like it.
I mean, like I've tried to be good about like acknowledging people's fears as well. If you don't want to go near the edge of something, I won't make you. And if you are sitting by the edge, I'm not going to pat your back extremely hard.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like,
I did used to
buddy.
do that. People did not appreciate the joke. Yeah. And I thought, you know what, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. They don't like it.
No.
It was pretty funny though, I gotta admit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, I just push through it because usually the view is pretty nice.
And other than that, some of my other fears are just like the fear of open/deep water.
Oh yeah. Especially like oceans, because you never know if like a freak wave or something is just gonna wash your way out.
Hell yeah.
Or bring you like underwater, or you get your foot stuck in something while you're underwater. And
I more so mean like worrying about like sharks or something.
Yeah, that too.
To where like seeing the views of underwater where you can't see into like the how I call it, the quote-unquote render distance of real life, and then all of a sudden like a whale or a shark will just fucking materialize in front of where you can see in the water.
Yeah.
And that shit, I fucking hate that shit.
I don't mean to be that guy, but as I've said many times before, I'm somewhat of a marine biologist myself.
Yeah.
Believe me when I tell you, the scariest thing in the ocean is not the creatures. It is the ocean itself.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Do I even need to do that?
Something that's not actually a fear of mine so much, but I know like other people who have a fear, and particularly like women who have a fear of strangers. I'd had dinner with my mum, and we were walking back to my house, and there was this random guy who probably could have done a better job to approach us because he needed to talk to us. There was a phone booth nearby, and he needed me to tell him which phone number is the right one, or he wanted me to put the numbers in for him or something. But my mum was like, this person was like talking to himself and looking at us. I wasn't bothered by it because I was like, well, you know, I've got to be the man, and it's probably going to be fine anyway. If he looked like he was going to be a troublesome person, then I probably would have had an issue.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes back to what I was saying
a
before. Fear of strangers, and particularly fear of men, I mean, there's reason to be scared. It's a justifiable fear.
I think most people aren't. Most people are just, they're not going to hurt you. Most people, but yeah, there will be some.
Yeah,
there'll
but
be
it's
a
not
rare
the
person
most people
who
that
will.
you need to be worried about. That's the thing. For every 10 completely normal people that have completely normal intentions, there are creeps and weirdos and bad people who will take advantage of your
kindness, your niceties.
Yeah, I've had people asking me for money and stuff like that on the streets, and they don't bother me about it after I say no. Especially when you're like, I reckon that person probably doesn't need the money. Like if they looked legitimately homeless, but like there's a proper way to do that. There's a proper way to ask for money. It's you have a can, and you sit next to the can, and you say, hey, I'm poor, I'm homeless. A bit of money would be helpful. That's the way to do it.
Here he goes, rich-splaining homeless people on how to beg for money.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And then on top of that, I unfortunately have like a fear of, like, I don't know if there's like a real term for it, but a fear of like freak accidents happening.
Oh.
Like worrying about, going on a roller coaster knowing that, it's very unlikely, but if a bolt does come loose on the roller coaster, everyone's just gonna fucking die on that thing.
Yeah, I often imagine...
Because unfortunately, as a child, I was exposed to not only Final Destination, but also Happy Tree Friends. So both of those have like irreparably scarred my anxiety for things like that happening.
I often can't like think of situations, just like imagining having like a normal day at work or something, because in my head something bad's going to happen, someone's going to get hurt, where it never happens. Like people don't ever have like freak accidents at work, but when I imagine just going to work and having a normal day, then yeah, I'll imagine that. Or imagine going for a drive, there'll be like suddenly a bunch of people check the brakes, and I hit the brakes too late and smash into the back of someone.
I mean, yeah, that's another like sign of it like fucking with me.
Yeah.
Because like that's why I don't like have my license and why I don't drive. Because the anxiety is so bad about that happening that it affects how I drive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to be the person that has like a panic attack and causes a 10-car pileup and kills people.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I just let someone who has been driving for, ever and knows how to drive be the driver.
Yeah.
With shit like that.
Only 4 lasers? A hero's well.
Well, I wonder how far back the save state was on this one.
The text on the screen, that was really annoying. How it's got the, there's no spacing in between the commas, but there is in the last comma. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 1 comma. 1 comma 2, with no space in between them. Comma 3, no space in between them. Comma space 4, and that bothers me.
Next time on Sonic Heroes.